So here are the pictures, or the papers that I picked out from the Seven Gypsies Savannah. And I was reading, I was reading the wrong word here, and I was reading the French word for pieces. So this is actually the Savannah collection, and that's just some of the fun things I do once in a while. So I've picked out some papers that I like, and they're really, really pretty. I love Seven Gypsies. There's just some lines of paper that just really are so nostalgic, you know, vintage and really cool papers. Anyways, here's what I picked out. So then now I'm going to cut these up and piece them together. So I think what I might do is just cut up, you know, areas that I really like. Like here's some lace. I don't know if it comes up, but there's a lace border here and a couple of words here. Here's some text back here with a little bit of different, you know, overlays of colors. So I like that. And with the Crazy Quilt, they're kind of different, you know, triangles and more geometric pieces, shapes. So, and you know, they're kind of just, the whole idea of Crazy Quilt is that it looks crazy because they have, like, I think it's called the chicken feet stitch, and just different stitches that they use to make it just, you know, it's like using up pieces of old materials and whatnot. So we'll just see what it looks like. I'm not sure. I've never done a Crazy Quilt, but I've always loved them and wanted, I've always wanted to make one, but have not done that. And Harlequin pattern is just like my all-time favorite pattern, next to Houndstooth. So I've got to have some Harlequin. So I'm just gonna like I said, just kind of start out with some different shapes and pieces, and polka dot, of course, is another favorite. Okay, so here I'm, you know, with my kind of feather theme, I'm going to use this birdie, and I might save him to put him on the, to kind of put him, you know, highlight him more, so I'm not going to cut him out yet. But I do want some of these stripes. I'm just going to piecey-weecey, piece different things, and then these are, there's another bird. I love these kinds of kind of fallish colors, or autumn colors, you know, oranges and browns, and so I've got to have some of those in my, here's some more type, and lace and trim. A lot of, I think it'll add a lot to the dimension and the look of this. So now we got to piece it together, and I'm going to do that off camera because it might take an hour. Be right back. And I'm doing it right on the canvas just so I know, like, the the size I need, and then I'll transfer it to the canvas. Okay. Alright. So I need, and I think I'm going to add another paper that has a lot of the colors together, but a little more brighter. Okay, so I finished my crazy collage, and what I did was I took a piece of my 9x12 watercolor paper and I just glued the piece, or taped the pieces, you know, with removable tape. I taped them onto here, and I'm trying to, it's really hard to get these, you know, I mean, you got to get all these angles, and, but anyways, it's kind of crazy looking. Oh, and then what I also did is I laid the template or whatever over my cover, because my cover is bigger than the pages, so I just wanted to be sure and get that. And now I'm going to go and sew it, kind of in a crazy pattern. So I will do that and show you that part. So I'm sewing my crazy quilt, and my little machine, I bought this on Craigslist. I had a really nice steel machine that my dad bought me in 8th grade, but I had to get rid of it because it finally died. But anyways, I found this little machine. It's a Singer. It's, you know, just a kind of a basic one, but it has some cool decorative stitches. So I'm doing kind of a crazy little stitch on here, and I'm just kind of following some of the lines I've created with the paper, and I'm hoping that some of the strange little extras will get taken care of that way. So here I go. I wanted to use, I had some gold thread and I was going to use that, but I can't find it. So, but I think the black will, it's kind of turning out cool. So I think the black will be really good for the cover too. But you certainly, I mean, even Gypsy, that would be really cool to do gold. So I think I might do some stickles or some kind of glitter. And I think in some of these spots where there's kind of maybe a little bit bad connection, like especially here there was, you know, kind of pieced it a lot, but I'm going to add different doodads and flowers and stuff. So I will continue to sew, and I'll finish sewing, and I used the decorative stitch here and there, but then I used zigzag, and I tightened up the zigzag and used different other little ziggy-zaggy stitches. But so then I pulled all the threads to the back, and I'm just going to tape those all down. Well, maybe not. Not with that. But anyways, I'm going to tape these all down, cut, you know, so that this is squared off, and then pull off my sticky back. Again, leave my tail. I'm going to leave a little bit more than that. And I come down here, go back up in the center, down to the top hole. Whoa, I almost spilled my pop. Okay, and then up in the center again. The dangers of crafting. I almost spilled my whole glass of pop over here, so there, I'm going to just watch what I'm doing. Okay, and I think I'm going to just keep going a little bit more. Ouch, not too much. Just so it's nice and secure. And I can't remember. Oh, I know. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to come back down, or through. Okay. And I know this isn't right, and I know there's a right way to do this, but I'm just doing it this way. Okay. So there. I think that should do it. Okay, so then I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wind this around and wind it around here, and then put it down in this middle hole again. There. So I'm down in my art lair, and, you know, nobody's home. And I heard like a creak upstairs, and I thought, oh, you know, usually the house, just how houses settle. Well, then I kept hearing this creaky, and I thought, oh my God, somebody's upstairs. And of course, Galloway, the dog, has to start sniffing, like, you know, because I think he senses me being afraid or something. So then he's got to act like, oh, he smells something up there. So the last half hour, we were both kind of freaking out here. So I thought I'd pretend I have somebody with me and turn down my video to talk to you guys.